a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say out these videos. I'm just doing it for pure entertainment purposes only. So just rolling through today, talking about dollar costs averaging down. A lot of people have negative things to say about it, or a lot of people have positive things to say about it. A lot of people don't have anything to say about it, but for me, it's just the way it works for me. I am able to, it's not just AMC, any other stock that I have that's in the red generally, I try to average down when it's in the red. Time to time, if you see something that's going green and you know it's going to keep going, well, I guess know the best of your knowledge, and yeah, I'll add in as well. Something like Nvidia, when Nvidia was up, I jumped in on Nvidia, and I sold out of Nvidia at about 850. Sold everything, and utilized it for other things. But talking about dollar cost averages, I know there's a lot of people that jumped in that are new that are going to think it's crazy to see someone with a dollar cost average of 20, 10 bucks. And then there's a lot of people that have a lot of money that can average down heavier. That's cool, man. Congrats. That's a good thing. But for me, I'm not able to throw chunks and chunks in. I have other obligations, responsibilities, and things like that, which I'm sure a lot of us do, where you're not able to throw thousands of dollars in anytime you want to. So I know there's a couple people on the page that let me know how rich they are and this and that, and I'm like, man, that's good for you. But they're doing it in sort of a way to let you know that you're a little beneath them, I guess, in their opinion. So I would let that type of shit slide off my back as far as that goes, and just keep doing what you do. You got to work with what you got, and eventually build up, and that's the goal. Because when I first came into the market, I was very unstable with money, very hard to save money. I didn't have anything kind of put away. I make money in chunks and I just blow it, So now that I've been in the market the last, I don't know, 6 years or so, probably the last 3.5, maintain some dry powder, put some money away. I save money, and then I invest a little heavier into some of my blue chip long-term stocks. And that's just how I play it. You can play it any way you want, but I like to put a little money away on each earning, and then I like to put money on my red stocks that are in the red, and then AMC is just the wild card that I go probably the hardest in, because I go every day. You know what I mean? There's some where I just do it like weekly. With AMC, it's a daily thing for me. But yeah, this is how it is. There's a lot of people that do have, I know guys personally that are just like, oh yeah, I just dropped 10 grand today on this, and I'm like, god damn, 10 grand, I want, so there's different levels. At some point you'll be there. I'll be there. We'll all be there. You just keep working with what you got. That's just how it works. Like I said in the beginning, I wouldn't have been able to do what I do now. It's kind of like that saying I talked about before, I guess. It goes hand in hand with that. Like, if you're trying to look ahead and wishing you had this and wishing you had that, sure, it'd be nice, but you can't do that to yourself. You just got to appreciate what you have now, because at some point in your life, you wished you had what you have now, and you've grown into it, you've earned it, you've worked for it. And I'm not saying to stop chasing goals and dreams. You got to have goals and dreams to chase and achieve. But you also got to stop and look around and just enjoy. Like, take a second and just look. Like, even right now, I'm looking around. I'm in a nice vehicle. All my bills are paid. Kids are taken care of. Kids are spoiled as shit. Kids got better stuff than I do. Wife's living good. I'm able to go get my hair cut every couple weeks. Just little things like that. Just take advantage of what you, well, not take advantage, but appreciate what you have now. Now, with that being said, keep pushing forward. I'm trying to have more. I don't want to be greedy, you know what I mean? But I think everyone wants more. There's always someone also that wishes they had what you have. There's someone that's always a little under you. There's always someone above you, as far as financial goes, and this is how it is. So there is going to be people that kind of belittle you, especially on platforms and YouTube and Facebook and shit, because they're not in face-to-face in person. They're going to let you know how much they make, and they're balling and they're living good, and oh yeah, you ain't making shit that type of stuff. if anything, I let it inspire me, but I also just kind of let it slide off my shoulders. I'm just like, they really don't know what my bank account looks like, what my life looks like. Um, so it is what it is. But I was looking at AMC today. AMC is only $3. Why is everyone excited? Just confused. I don't think people are necessarily excited that it's $3. I think they're excited because they can see a light at the end of the tunnel, in my opinion. AMC is $3, but it's exciting because it dropped down for people to buy. I think that's why most of us are excited, because it was such a low price. We're able to load up on a lot of shares. So it gives you a possibility to add shares at a low price. Like, you can grab a couple shares for $7. It's crazy. And I think a lot of people are excited just because of the fact you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can look at movies coming out. You can see that AMC now, and I don't necessarily think they're excited about the stock price. They're excited because the CEO came out and let it be known that the company is good going forward. They're not going to file bankruptcy. They have money on hand. They've restructured a lot of debt that people, shorts, would argue that weren't going to be restructured. That a lot of people were saying there's no way AMC is going to make it out of 2023. Then there's no way they're going to make it out of 2024. And just a lot of positivity in that aspect. Now, as far as the line price being $3, I don't believe the actual real price, in my personal opinion. But who knows? I do think that there's, market makers have come out and literally said that they set a price that they think is a fair market value. They didn't set it off of order flow. So I don't know. Just a thought. Liquid Minds says, "What's up, Liquid Minds? Stock price has been fake for a long time. We are excited about AMC's financials and the fact that they seemingly can't push it down any further." That's basically it. Yep, in a nutshell. Rob trades. No one is excited. Olaf Ashberg, talk for yourself. Talk for myself. Who? What? Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if saying no one is excited. I'm excited. I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about my share count. I'm excited about my average going down. I'm excited that the fact that there's so much FUD and negativity around this play, it seemingly lets me know that there's a reason for it. Because when it's dead and there's not much going on, there's a little bit of FUD, but not much. Andre Segura says, "OMG, you're still on this stock? Ha 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 ha." Yep, we are. I mean, obviously, if the title is AMC and there's tons of people talking about it, there's gonna be people like that too. I don't know what the point is, but it's the internet. People are gonna say what they want to say. Let's see. Bro would rather gamble the kids' college fund on a falling theater chain than work an honest living. LEL. Who? I'm not sure who you're talking about. If you're talking about me, my kids' college funds are set. They're doing well. I mean, first, I've preached this. So obviously, you're new to the channel. I've always preached never invest more than you're willing to lose. So obviously, you got to take care of your personal things first before you can put money into the stock market. That's why I only do 5, 6 shares, 10 shares, 15 shares a day. Because if I wanted to gamble, then yeah, I'd be putting thousands of dollars in. You know what I mean? Every day. But Andre says, "I got an AMC a year ago, made 60K and left." Dope. That's what's up, man. That's good. That's what the goal is: make money. You know what I mean? And no one's talking shit about it. That's good. That's what you're supposed to do. OFC and green as grass. Also, I think a lot of us, probably a lot of people into crypto. Crypto has made me a lot of money this year. So I know there's a lot of people that think it's crazy, like, oh, you've lost so much money in the market if you've been in AMC. But I think probably 9 out of 10 people that are in AMC don't only hold AMC. So the fact of the matter is, you make money off of other plays, you lose money. It's not the only play that's in the red for me, and it's definitely, I don't believe it's going to stay in the red. Thanks for answering my questions, bro. subscribed. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Um, bought 400 more at 3. All good. Nice. Yeah. See, and that's the thing is, if I could, I would buy more like that. I mean, it's just I like you know I've got a lot of things going on. I run 3 businesses. I'm trying to downsize one of them, man, because it's actually something I did when one of my other businesses was kind of slowing down, and you get caught up. It's almost like I don't want no more. I don't want no more business in this business. So I started after hours corporate type cleaning offices. Because when I was, you know, obviously a lot of you people know I own a store, a retail store where we sell sports, you know, like NFL gear, MLB, NBA, like I guess a Pro Image mated with like Foot Locker, and that baby had a baby. That'd be my store. Um, but that's my main business. After the pandemic, things kind of slowed down, so we started doing customizing shirts and apparel and banners and signs for local businesses and stuff like that. Well, then talking to a doctor's office that I was making signs and banners for, they needed someone to clean. I thought, man, it don't take no education to clean, you know what I mean? So I said, I'll clean your offices. And the next thing I know, one of his buddies, you know, another doctor's like, oh, can you clean mine? So I got 3 or 4 people working, going, doing it. And now I got more and more people wanting me to do it for them. But it's just like, damn, I don't want to keep doing that shit, man. That's it was something to hold me over, but now it's like it's hard because it's like turning down money. But that's not. I don't know, man. I've gotten off subject now. All right, so how do I feel about GME? I mean, I'm in GME. I'm not as heavy, so it's hard for me to speak a lot about it. I've invested into it, but I'm not deep into it. You know, I do like the CEO of GME, and I do like the fact that it's still got a large following. Let's see what we got here. Sorry, but yeah, I'm in it. Hedged hog, dead cat bounce at that point. Cat. Speaking of cat, the cat system, I believe, set to go at the end of May. That's gonna, you know, hopefully set some transparency. You know, that's the goal. And I think, you know, you've seen a lot of these big hedge funds and people trying to fight it because they don't want to show their books like that. So obviously they're fighting it for a reason. I'm hoping that kind of has some help as far as GME, AMC. Also, you got Truth Social speaking out. There's a lot to look. You know, not to get. I don't want to get myself overexcited just because we've been in this play long enough to where there's been a million things that you feel like could have triggered or made something happen, but it just hasn't. For whatever the reason being is. But at one point or another, I mean, it's just literally everyone says that you're kicking the can down the road. Eventually, you know, everything will catch up. And in my opinion, not a financial advisor, I'll make a nice little profit off of that. Is it true the stock market will have 24/7 options trading for 7 days a week? Rumor or true? You know, I've seen articles on it. I haven't read much into it. Without even reading an article, though, I believe that's something that's coming, anyways. Because if in my opinion, if they can't control, like a government agency can't control like the SEC and they can't regulate it like they want, then you know that's one of the things is people going to crypto because regular Joe Schmo down the road like me or whatever, you know, you're investing and then on the weekend you're like, oh man, I want to throw a few bucks or make a few bucks here and there. You can go into crypto and do it 24/7. You know what I mean? Like I've made money on a Sunday night, Saturday evening, you know, Saturday morning, or you know, you got a little money that came in and instead of just blowing it at the club, you decide to invest some, whatever the case is. You know what I mean? So I do think, in my opinion, I'm not sure about the options trading, which I'd imagine would go hand in hand, but I do believe you've already seen some like brokers like Robinhood and some tickers go for the 24-hour trading. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a 24/7. But I don't have enough information. I haven't read enough on it. It's just my opinion. I think it would be coming regardless, within the next year or two or something like that. Maybe even sooner. You know, something like that. I feel like they feel like brokers and everyone involved can make money. So It can be dangerous, but I think it could be good because if you've watched any of the tickers, like the 24-hour tickers, they don't have a lot of movement anyways. There is movement on them, but not like crazy volatility. But that also gives opportunity for rug pulls and stuff like that, 2 or 3 in the morning. You know, and you wake up or what the. So it's a little worrisome, but at the same time, you know, I guess that just kind of goes hand in hand with knowing what you're investing in and taking responsibility for your own investments and, you know, doing your own research and DD on stuff. So I guess that's kind of it, man. I'm here at the barber shop just waiting to get cut up. So I'm not looking at the ticker. What's AMC sitting at right now? Has anyone looked at the price? I haven't had a chance to look at a chart, even get a price prediction. Nothing like that. So in my head in this morning, I kind of thought, you know, we might kind of stay level to where we were at. Richard, thanks, man. $3.48. So we're kind of, they're bouncing around that range. We still haven't been able to break that 350. It looks like, which I think will be a very big key. If you can break 350 and hold it, then you got a pretty good upside. Nothing crazy. Like, don't get me twisted. It's not like I don't think it would be squeeze territory, but I think you could get up to 4. But without looking at the chart, if I had to guess, we're probably going to be in that 340 to 345 range again at the end of the day. But I need to look at the chart and kind of establish what I think is happening with volume and stuff like that. But just off top of my head, with algos and stuff, I don't think we'll have too much of an upside at the end of the day. I would love for us to have a bigger upside, but I think we still kind of trading that. If we have an up day, it won't be much. If we have a down day, it won't be much. I'm talking like a couple percent. But there is other plays. But it's kind of hard because there's other plays I'm in, but they're nothing like this. I think they're, you know, you can make some money, and I get into some random plays. Like the other week, I got into one, Vanda or something like that, and you know, I was able to make a couple $100, but it's nothing to boast or brag about, or nothing to tell people to jump in because I was pretty unsure about it, you know. And I don't ever tell you to buy, sell, or hold, but it's, you know, there's plays. You just got to keep your eye on the market and kind of. One of the biggest things I would say in this market, instead of just listening to people, you need to learn somewhat on how to read a chart or have an idea of how the algos or anything works. Because, you know, you look at companies where you have to be able to read a chart somewhat. AMC, obviously, it's a little different beast. But like you look at something like Netflix, even Netflix, they had a positive earnings and it dropped 10%. And you have to, like, for me, I jumped out of Netflix. I jumped in maybe, you know, a few months ago, and then I jumped out with a small profit because you just kind of get that feel like when earnings come out, even if positive or negative, it's going to drop, you know what I mean? And then maybe wait a little bit and buy back in. So this is how it works. You know, you have to somewhat know how to read a chart. You can basically Google some of this shit. You can look up basic chart reading, stuff like that, you know, and Google patterns and flags and learn what a bull flag and bear flag and head and shoulders and cup and handle and Spock Vajiji look like, you know what I mean? All those symbols, learn them. The Spock Vajiji is gonna fucking, if you can learn how to read that one, then you're next level. I'm trying to peek in and see my barber like a creep. I'm out here creeping. I've got a barber appointment technically in 4 minutes, but I know how this works. If you've ever, you know, had barber appointments, if you're late, they're gonna let you know about it. But if you're early and they're running late, you just gotta sit there and wait. And I'm trying to sit there and wait inside. I don't know if they're gonna start asking me about crypto and shit. Yeah, DJT. I haven't looked up DJT today. That one's a tough one for me because I do believe that it's something that can have a big upside. I've been in and out of DJT several times back when it was DWAC, and I've kind of scalped it and then sold off and then bought back and scalped it and sold off. Now, if I would have just held my original position way back in the day, it'd be, you know, but it's, you got to determine what stocks you want to hold like that, because I've got long-term hold stocks that I've seen bounce up and down where I could have pulled out a nice profit, and then it bounces down to barely any profit, and I just don't pay attention to it because I know that I'm holding that thing for like 10 years. But I do think long-term holding is very, I don't know, for me it's important, just because, you know, I'm not a financial advisor obviously, but for me, I've seen many stocks I've jumped in and out of, and just taken profits and made a small profit, you know, 5-6 years ago when I started. Looking at them now, they're up 200-300%, and I only made 15% on it or something like that. So there's a lot of plays now that I just try to ignore if it's $300 up, just because I know myself well enough too. If I buy it and sell out and buy back in, but it never really drops that lowest low. You know, that's why you got to learn how to read charts too. Because I guess if I had an idea it was going to go to that lower low or the lowest low I bought in, then yeah, I might sell and buy it back in. But it's this too wash sell rule. You got to wait that 30 days. It's too risky if it's something you believe in, like AMC. It's funny to say, but yeah, AMC for me is not just a meme coin, or not a meme coin, a meme stock. Obviously, it's categorized in that, but for me, it is a long term, just because price is definitely undervalued. Potential is high, and it's, you know, it's got good fundamentals at this point. But, you know, like I got more than 200 shares, 40 already DRS. I have not DRS'd my shares. I've kind of debated it, but I've heard a lot of bad things, and for me to speak on it wouldn't be very good, because I haven't, you know, my research, my DD isn't heavy, but, you know, I've heard enough. Read a little bit of stuff, but I probably should look more into it. But it worries me, you know. But at the same time, hey, if it's something that would actually help, I'll look into it more. I actually want to look into that more. But people that I know personally have told me not to. You know what I mean? And it's on your own. That's the one thing, you know. Yeah, I need to look into it. DRS is a definitely different conversation that I'm not ready to have. I don't knock anyone for doing it. I don't knock anyone for doing anything. It's your own personal decision, really, with anything. But for me personally, I don't know enough about it to say, oh, I'm going to do it. I would definitely need to read and investigate on it a little more, and talk to people that have had it. And so it helps Trump media now fighting against Ken Griffin, by the way. Did they bring something up about that? I need to look that up, because I know they had like some pointers and stuff on how to... And it's funny how it works, man. Everything, I've been in this market so damn long, I'm skeptical of everything now. I'm just like paranoid and shit. Like, does that work? Is that true? Is that true? Let's see if my barber's ready. He's still cutting something up. Almost time. I'm going to jump off here very, very soon. Yeah, I'll definitely look it up. Thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not against it. If it's something that helps and it's been shilled against, because the people I've heard, I know somewhat personally. I wouldn't say I'm best friends with them, but it's people I know basically from online. I don't really know anyone that I physically can shake their hand and talk to on a day-to-day basis that have DRS. So something I need to look into for sure. Anything that helps, you know what I mean? I'm not against it. It's just for me, it's hard to speak on something I'm not educated on. But anyways, I'm going to jump back in. I'm probably going to go see what's up with this barber, man. It's getting pretty close. Get my hair cut. Keep an eye on this. I'm gonna look at the chart a little bit off my phone. Oh, you're in Germany. That's what's up. Yeah, we can go to AMC. For me, the closest AMC is about an hour drive, so I do have to drive to get to it. We do go though. But yeah, I'm gonna jump in this barber's chair, man. See if I can't get right real quick. You know, once you look good, you feel good. You feel good. You play good. You play good. You trade good. So it all goes hand in hand. All right, man. Y'all have a good day. Be blessed. Let's get rich soon. Peace.